Hi, today we're going to talk about consonant and vowel sounds. First of all, consonant sounds. You need to keep in mind with consonant sounds that the key features are your tongue, teeth, jaw, and lips. These are the things that you'll need to use to make consonant sounds correctly. Now remember that mouth muscles need strengthening. For example, if you're a Spanish speaker, you'll have very strong Spanish mouth muscles. Now that you want to improve your English pronunciation, you're going to need to work on your English pronunciation muscles. Let's start with this. And as we go through, if you notice there's a sound that you have particular difficulty with, write it down and maybe write down some practice words on a little Post-it note. Then stick the Post-it note in your bathroom on your mirror and practice these sounds when you're in the bathroom, combing your hair or brushing your teeth. This will help you strengthen your English mouth muscles. Okay, let's begin. P, p, pop, pop. Press your lips tightly together and exhale strongly. P. You should be exhaling or breathing out so strongly you could move a piece of paper. For example, p, p. Can you see how my paper moves? Try it yourself with a piece of paper. Your paper should move. If it's not moving, you're probably making a B sound, which is our next sound. B. B, the lip and mouth position is exactly the same, but in this case you're turning on your vocal muscles right here. So put your hand on your throat and say B, B. Now say P, P. There should be a big difference in what you feel. With B, you should feel a vibration. So, for example, the word bob, bob. T, t. This sound might be familiar to you, but it could be very different than what you actually pronounce in your native language. The English t is a very hard sound. You're going to be pressing your tongue on your tooth ridge. You're going to press it very hard. This is not a soft sound in English. It's an explosive sound. Tom, tom. D. It's exactly the same mouth position and your tongue is strongly pressed against that bump behind your teeth, your tooth ridge, but you turn on your voice this time. So instead of t, t, with no voice, you have d, d, and you can feel your voice box vibrating, your vocal cords vibrating. So for example, dog, dog. This sound looks very funny, but it's a sound. You need to stick your tongue all the way out between your teeth to make this sound correctly. And breathe out a lot, as in thanks, thanks. If you're having trouble breathing out and getting your tongue out far enough, something you can try is to take a lollipop, put it close to your lips, but don't touch, and stick your tongue out between your teeth. You should be able to taste the lollipop. Your tongue should be that far out. If your tongue is not out between your teeth, you are probably not making this sound correctly. Thanks. Can you see my tongue? Using a mirror, you should also be able to see your tongue. Thanks. Thanks. Moving along. Another funny looking sound, but exactly the same mouth position. Your tongue must be out between your teeth. Bite down gently on your tongue. V. In this case, there'll be less air. Your voice will be turned on. V. V. This. Again, you can also use your lollipop. V. V. This. K. K. This sound is made by pulling your tongue up at the back of your throat. K. Cat. Cat. G is made in a very similar way, but instead of turning your voice off, you turn it on. G, 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 go. This sound is made by biting on your lip gently. If you touch your lip, you can feel a dry part, and then you can feel where it begins to get wet inside your mouth. You want to bite on the line between the dry part and the wet part. Not exactly, but approximately, of course. Fun, fun. This sound, again, exactly the same lip position and mouth position, but turn on your voice. V, v, van, van. This sound is pretty simple. I think in many languages we have this sound. You're just going to breathe out, and your tongue is tense and low. Sit, sit. This sound is exactly the same, but turn on your voice. Z, z, zoo. Be careful. A lot of speakers want to bite down when they make this sound, like zoo. This is not correct. You want a little space between your teeth. If you want, you can bite on your fingernail to show how much space you should have between your teeth. Zoo, zoo. Your teeth are not closed for this sound. Shh. This sound, you bring your lips forward, almost like a fish. And you just blow out, shh, shh. And your teeth can be closed for this. Ship, ship. This sound again, exactly the same mouth position, but turn on your voice. Instead of ship, it's going to be zh, zh, as in pleasure or measure. This sound does not appear at the beginning of any words in English. This sound is two sounds together, t and sh, becoming ch, ch, like a sneeze, a chew, ch. So you want to press your tongue tightly against the tooth ridge, t, and then slide into ch, ch. This is a very sharp, explosive sound. The sound sh is a long sound, a continuing sound, whereas ch, ch is a sharp sound. You only make it once. Ch. This sound is kind of like zh, but it's sharp. Again, like sh and ch. This is zh and j, j, a sharp sound, like George, George, or just, just. It's a sharp, explosive sound. Mmm. This sound is made by pressing your lips together and blowing air through your nose. Mmm, mmm, mum. This sound is made again by blowing air through your nose, n, but in this case you're pressing your tongue up behind your teeth. N, none, none. This sound appears at the end of a lot of English verbs. For example, sing, sing, or making, making. And in this case, you're again blowing air out of your nose, kind of, when you're making this sound. So sing, you're pressing your tongue, the middle of your tongue, almost up to the roof of your mouth against your tooth ridge. Singing, singing. You can test yourself to make sure you're making the sound correctly if you plug your nose. It's impossible to make this sound. Singing. This sound ul, again, is a lot stronger than in many other languages. Ul. You're pressing your tongue strongly against the back of your teeth. Love, love. I have a little picture here because English speakers make this sound in two different ways. So you have a choice, whichever is more comfortable and easier for you to do. The first way is the way most Americans do it, and it's by curling their tongue up at the tip, down and up. So, for example, run, run. This is difficult for me to do this way. Instead, I pull my tongue back as though I was going to say g, g, go, but I say row, row. It's a little bit stronger and tenser. So you choose which tongue position is easier for you. Now, I know this sound is really difficult for a lot of speakers. The good news is it's probably not going to make a big difference if you say it a little bit incorrectly. It's probably not going to cause you any kind of, it's not going to cause a breakdown in the conversation. One other thing to keep in mind about the sound, you need to tense your lips and bring them forward a little bit. Obviously, I'm doing it bigger than you need to in real life. But watch my lips. Run, run. You can see they're brought forward a lot. It is not possible to make this sound with flat lips. Run, run, run. It doesn't sound the same. Run, run. Bring your lips forward almost like it's in a trumpet position.